All right, here we go with the UFC 244 Media Day Staredowns. Up first, we got featherweights Julio Arce versus Hakeem Dawodu. This should be a very, very exciting fight. Two very good, solid featherweights. Kicking off the action at UFC 244 on Saturday in New York City in Madison Square Garden. Now we move to the welterweight division. Lyman Good will be facing off against Chance Recountree. All business between these two welterweights. Oh, looks like no handshake there at the end. All right, now we move on to the main event of the UFC Fight Pass prelims. Top flyweights Jennifer Maia and Caitlin Chukagian face off. Huge fight in the women's flyweight division. The next title challenger for Valentina Shevchenko could very well be determined in this very matchup. And that is it for the early prelims in UFC Fight Pass. Now we move on to the preliminary card on ESPN2. Kicking off the action is a heavyweight clash involving veteran Andrei Arlovsky and fairly new face Jairzinho Rozenstruik. Huge fight for both gentlemen. Jairzinho undefeated, getting some nice and quick knockout wins. Andrei Arlovsky has seen everything in the game. Now middleweights take the center stage. Brad Tavares, very much like the previous matchup. Brad Tavares here facing off against Edmund Shabazian. Experience versus youth. Who will come out on top? We will see on Saturday night. Next up are featherweights. Shane Burgos and Makwan Amirkhani will face off. Another key bout at 145 pounds. Shane Burgos, New York native. Amirkhani making his long-awaited UFC debut. And the shades come off. Tons of respect, but nonetheless, a very, very tense face-off. Amirkhani said he feels like the movie where Eddie Murphy is in Coming to America, as he's making his UFC debut here. First time in the US and first time fighting in the US. Whoa. Looks like Johnny Walker had a little bit of a misstep there. Tripped, dropped his phone, but fortunately he had a case, so it looks like it's okay. Now he's facing off against Corey Anderson. This is another huge bout happening at 205 pounds. Could very well determine the next contender at that weight class to challenge champion John Jones. Clearly all business from both guys, but with different attitudes. Johnny Walker having some fun here. Hopefully his phone is okay. Fantastic bout at 205 pounds. And that is the main event for the preliminary card on ESPN2. Now we actually move on to the pay-per-view card, which you can get on ESPN+. Kicking off the action is Kevin Lee. Back down to lightweight, facing off against undefeated Gregor Gillespie, who refuses to check him in the eye, refuses to match him eye to eye. Also refuses to talk about him in interviews. Two of the best grapplers at 155 pounds right there, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, looks like Gregor Gillespie did want some of that after all. And turned around for another little stare down. And Kevin Lee responded with a stare down of his own. Now, the heavyweights take the center stage. The Black Beast, Derek Lewis, looking to snap a two-fight skid as he faces off against Blagoy Ivanov, former World Series of Fighting champion. Another big bout at heavyweight. Now we go to the welterweight division. Stephen Thompson will be facing off against Vicente Luque. Big step up for Vicente Luque, who's been gunning, who's been wanting to face big names in that division. Well, he got one. He'll be taking on Wonder Boy on Saturday night. Biggest fight of his career. All right, now it's time to bring up the co-main event fighters. Or fighter, should I say. Kelvin Gastelum will be facing off against no one, because Darren Till has had some visa issues, although he's on his way to the U.S., unable to make it here at Media Day. So Kelvin Gastelum just posing here for the media, but that bout is still on. And we've been told... Looks like no main event here. Nate Diaz was present at Media Day. We haven't seen Masvidal, but it seems there won't be face-off between the two fighters today. We'll be providing a face-off tomorrow at weigh-ins. Stay tuned to MMAfighting.com for all your news, videos, and interviews.